Michelle Gondry directing a superhero movie where the superhero is that weed smoker dude, Seth Rogen from Canada? This I gotta see! Oh wait, I already did, and I'm gonna talk about it right here on thesubstream.com. So we were lucky enough, Ryo behind the camera, I'm Mike from thesubstream.com, to see the Green Hornet at the Button-Up-a-thon in Austin this past December. It's AintItCoolNews.com's founder, Harry Knowles, it's his birthday, his annual 24-hour film festival thing, and we saw it and a bunch of other cool movies in one theater, 24 hours, 26 hours straight, and we were lucky enough to see Green Hornet near the end of that time when the room was full of just swamp ass, just comic movie book nerd funk. Thankfully, we were gifted near the end of that 24 hours with Green Hornet, which was directed by Michelle Gondry, and it's this bright, colorful, we thought at the time, really funny, we thought at the time, great-ish, we thought at the time, movie that, yeah, was better than I certainly expected. But that being said, still not all that great, because this movie has been surrounded for like more than a year by this huge cloud of really nasty buzz. Some of it is kind of deserved. Written by and starring Canadian funny guy Seth Rogen, who's lost a lot of weight and looks really good, and directed by French weirdo video art genius mastermind Michelle Gondry, Green Hornet is a film that doesn't do all that much wrong, it just doesn't do too much right. It's muddled, it's like mixed up, it's too much weird, it's muddled, it's like, it's a halfway between satire. So you say, okay, well these guys, if they put on a mask and want to fight crime, they'd have to have these huge egos. They'd have to kind of be assholes. They'd have to be ruled by self-importance, and mix that with kind of a real sense of loving homage to the way that these superhero characters was presented in the 60s, when the original Green Hornet TV show came out that featured Bruce Lee as the sidekick Kato. And it's this weird, uncomfortable mixture between kind of rude satire and homage. These guys are assholes. They're rich playboys, like Seth Rogen's character, Britt, is. They're idiots. You can't also have that happen in a movie where you have a bunch of actual, really awesome, super cool, high-style, high-technique kung fu action. It just doesn't work. It feels really uncomfortable. It ends up feeling kind of snarky. That said, it's not all bad. There are a handful, more than a handful, maybe 6 or 7 really, really, really good scenes. There's a couple of great, super stylized, really original seeming fight scenes, and there's a bunch of funny stuff as well. It's not all bad. It just feels like a mismatch. It feels like a jumble, a mix-up with two things pushed together that don't quite work. And Seth Rogen is a guy who's made a brave choice. This guy doesn't have a 10-year-long, 15-year-long career established at this point. He's still relatively new, and he's in a big blockbuster superhero movie. And he chooses to play that superhero as kind of a dickhole, and it's a brave enough choice. It's not necessarily a wrong choice. It just is a choice that doesn't seem to mesh with the rest of what's going on in the film. It seems like an unsuccessful partnership of ideas, kind of. It just doesn't quite work. It's not all wrong, but it just doesn't ever really gel. Now it's time for a Twitter mention. Check out our Twitter tweets at thetwitter.com/thesubstream. And Twitter to us and tell us what you thought of the Green Hornet or Bruce Lee.